Hello, I'm Mark Periscindola. I'm a photographer, and I have a new project called Once Upon a Time in Almeria. So the photo book is due to be published in the fall of 2017 by Daylight Books. The book is going to contain 70 color photographs. It's also going to contain an essay about the history of Hollywood in Almeria and the story behind the photographs. There will also be two forewords, one by director Alex Cox, who did Repo Man, Sid and Nancy. He also made Straight to Hell in Almeria with Joe Strummer and members of the Pogues. And another forward by Pablo Julia, who's a well-known Spanish photographer and also former director of the Centro Andaluz de la Fotografía. So, Once Upon a Time in Almeria documents a legacy of Hollywood in Spain in the 1960s and 70s. So this is a project I've been working on for almost 10 years now. It's a fascinating story because for a period of time, for over a decade, this remote, impoverished, depopulated region in the very southeastern corner of Spain was suddenly like a second Hollywood. And it was in 1962 that David Lean brought his production of Lawrence of Arabia to Almeria. And after that, there were hundreds of films that followed. Lots of big Hollywood productions, Cleopatra with Elizabeth Taylor, Patton with George C. Scott, How I Won the War with John Lennon, and then dozens of westerns, including all of Sergio Leone's films with Clint Eastwood, were made in Almeria. And by 1968, the Hollywood Reporter noted that Almeria was declaring itself to be the movie capital of the world. So by the mid-1970s, Spain was no longer such a bargain for filmmakers, but some of the movie sets that they constructed in the desert are still there. Some are in various states of disrepair, others have been fixed up and now serve as tourist destinations in their own right. But I became fascinated by what remains of the, that era of filmmaking at the time, and particularly these old film sets. To me, they were like a different kind of ghost town. They're not like the ghost towns we have in the American West because they were never really inhabited. They were constructed just for the movies. But they are still relics of this time when Almeria was, for a brief moment, the movie capital of the world. I also have a personal connection to Almeria. My grandparents on my mother's side came from a small village in the interior of Almeria. I remember hearing my grandmother tell me stories of what it was like to grow up in the village there, and it's fascinating to hear about it. It was such a different kind of world than what I was used to growing up. And so for me, this project is also a personal project. For me, it's a way to reconnect with my own family's roots back in Almeria in a very different time. So I'm really excited about this project. I'm doing this Indiegogo campaign to help support production of the book, and I really can't do it without your help. So I hope that you'll pre-order a copy of the book. I'd love to send you a personalized copy, signed copy when it's available. Please do look at the Indiegogo page as well. There's lots more information about the project you can read about. Feel free to contact me with questions, and I really look forward to sharing this project with you because it is so important to me.